Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about Shivers from 1975. But before we get into that, remind you guys to please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on all my socials, Instagram, Twitter, do all that stuff. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So Shivers is a 1975 film directed by David Cronenberg, and is about this group of people who live in this hotel, and a lot of weird things go on with the doctors doing all these experiments, and these experiments get loose, and shit gets really weird really fast. I really had no idea what this movie was. I bought it years ago. I was trying to collect, movies for that, and this one looked interesting. I was like, huh, this looks weird. So I put it in my collection. I just now, last night, watched it, and I did not like this one. I don't know what the consensus is for this particular film, but when I watched it, I found it to be long, boring, kind of drawn out. Very 70s, very of the time, that's for sure. Which can be, have its own charm, but this does not have any charm. The story basically is about this doctor who starts these experiments in this hotel and starts doing it on these people. And they get this bug, it's like a, what do you call it, like this slug thing, and they ingest it, and it gets in their system. And they pass on this, this bug by having violent, graphic sex. That's how they pass this bug around. And I will say one positive about this movie is that it does kind of build, like it shows you at the beginning of the movie, it's like, what the heck, this guy, it shows like this guy and this doctor in particular, he finds this girl, he's like strapping her to the table and doing all this weird stuff. It's an odd movie, but in a way it builds what it's trying to do, but it's very, very weird. The makeup effects and everything in this movie, aside from the slug actually looks pretty decent because he's got like crawling around on people, and it's David Cronenberg, so you're going to get some body horror, what he did with The Fly and what have you. But this movie in particular, you're going to get some body horror and bugs and everything. And the blood, I will say one thing about the blood. The blood is very it looks like red paint, very low budget, like early 70s, they didn't quite mix in the greens with the reds right, and it just looks like just straight up paint at times. I feel like in a way this movie, I believe, in a way, somewhat, it is kind of inspired by Invasion of the Body Snatchers, because like I said, this entity, takes over these people's bodies, and they go through a whole, metamorphosis in a way. One guy in particular, he really, he has, this shit growing out of his stomach and everything, and his, stomach bulges out and stuff. It's very, very gruesome. But me in particular, like I said, I just found this movie very long and boring, and some DVDs, they have a little bar, you can see how long of the movie you have left. This didn't have that, so I was like, how long does this movie have? And I was like, oh, this looks like it's about over. It's like another 45 minutes left. I was like, fuck. So I did not like this whatsoever. And I even did look it up afterwards, what the consensus was on this. And somebody, I think it was on Reddit or whatever, was considered one of his best movies. If this is one of his best movies, I hate to see what his worst movie is. I think I might have watched it, because I watched Crimes of the Future, the remake, because he did it before. But I watched the remake, and I couldn't get through that movie. That movie was boring as hell. But nevertheless, I know David Cronenberg is kind of like this. He's a different kind of flavor. He's not for everybody. But I guess he's not for me from what I've seen. I haven't seen The Fly yet, so we'll see if that's any good. But Shivers, 1975, is not good. So anyway, what do you guys think of the movie? Do you like it? Have you seen it before? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. And yeah, with that being said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.